For the longest, it's been hard to escape you. At the moment, I perceive my environment with you in mind. I just see everything with you there. You are as familiar with this room as much as me. A nap over here, an assignment over here, and a movie over here. I go outside and pass this house almost every day, and I can't help but think about you because the only attachment I have to it is because of you. I still show at the place that it all began, doesn't matter where. I still see you there in all of them. And once in a while, I'll pass by this place, the place where we started talking. Or I'll pass by this place, the voodoo hoodoo lady we met here. An experience that I only shared with you. You introduced me to a new sense of delight. You matured my taste, and all with a dash of subtle novelty. Just can't help but attach you to anything and everything. Friends, school, community, this whole city I'm living in. Well, I don't want to be yap because you know I can yap. And this is like take 5. The other one was longer and we weren't even yet done. So I'm gonna face this way just because it's pretty windy out here and I don't know if the wind will interrupt the quality of the voice now.
Well, allow me to interrupt and say it did. So, I will be doing a voiceover for this young man. And don't worry where I came from. You want to know what he's saying, don't you? So, allow me. Anyways, Miss Brita, if the weather was accommodating, you'd have heard this man tell you how what you guys had was good. Actually, better than good. But he just had his doubts. You see, he thought the relationship for him would have been filled with just silliness and quirky antics. But you were different. And I quote, you completed him. He thought he wanted a relationship filled with jokes and recklessness. And you were there for that, but you brought in more structure and more emotion. And if he had a partnership the way he wanted, he would be wearing pajamas and having SpongeBob for socks. So he's giving you flowers for being able to pull out a sense of growth from him that no one could, and for what he believes was, as he mentioned before, completing him and the image he had. As such, he's realized how much of an idiot he was. In fact, to him, calling him stupid would be a compliment. You know, that's a good question. And he says he was told, in fact, by a married individual that doubt is normal. And now this married individual was only certain on their wedding day. So he buried his doubts. And his ill-advised view that because he's unique, special, and the child of God, everything should just work out in the end for him. How can it not? But that doubt compounded, and it must have developed into resentment, and you got the worst of it. This man blindsided you. He broke your trust. He broke your promises. And he broke your heart. Now he says he acknowledges his trash, and he's aware of it, and he's trying to recycle himself for the better, whatever that means. But, right? Is this way is going to leave it? Oh, okay.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Narrator. Allow me to take it from here. Okay. What's up? This is straight from the hip. I have a sense of what I want to say, but I don't really have a sense of how I'm going to get to where I'm going to get to. So bear with me, though. I recorded this before, but the first take was kind of long. And I didn't say everything. No, it was short, actually. Because I tried to keep it manageable, but in doing so, I kind of felt like I didn't get everything off my chest. So I'm gonna try ignore time a little for this one, but also I don't know, just say what I want to say. Um, if you're listening, thank you. Let me actually start by saying just thank you for even texting me. Um, there's no time or there's no way, I don't know how to say I really appreciate, even if it's just a text today, I still appreciate just to hear from you. So I'll take this opportunity to say that. Um, man, where to start? You see them? Are they popping? Are the diamonds shining? Guess I got a cut. I don't know if it's still fresh. It's been like some time. Um, I'm rambling, bro. But yeah, it's been a while. Originally, I had this idea in July. Then I started filming in August, and it's September now, and you're only just getting it, or people are just watching it now. So, what's up, Zach Ahmed? What's up, everyone? Nicole, Kiara, Tanaka. I don't know, but there's so many people who helped me film this, and they were just curious. But maybe I won't say in this part. Maybe I'll just keep this for you, and I'll record something else separate for them. Okay, now let me get to the gist. Yeah, I had this plan since July. And I started writing script and storyboarding and, putting pen to paper in August. And it's September, and time does stuff. The sentiments I wrote in July, I can't say them with the same emotion I had when I wrote them down. I can't say them with that same emotion. But I realized in the script, I never wrote, Priscilla, let me just clear this out the way. I do want you back. I do miss you. As the narrator was saying, thank you, narrator.
Oh, you're welcome.
No problem. I had this vision in my mind of what I wanted and what I thought a relationship should look like. And not to say what you gave me was bad. In fact, what we had was good. I always just was not sure if it was it. We've been through this already. But then I look back on the script, I'm filming stuff and I'm writing this like hotty-dovey stuff, and I'm like, bro, if it was so good, then why did you end it? Again, that just highlights the stupidity of it all, the stupidity of my decision. Because man, you may hear some cliches coming out from me, and I'm not saying it because that's the cool thing to say, but just because I genuinely feel that way. And music doesn't taste the same. Love songs just don't hit the same way. Especially when I hear love songs where they talk about love and they have the sentiment of forever. And I'm like, damn, I promised that once. I see children making pinky promises, and I'm like, I broke a promise. I broke a pinky promise, so to say. It even got like amphitheater. Whenever I pass amphitheater, I just think of graduation, because that's the only time I've ever been to amphitheater. And I'm like, my master's graduation should have had you there. And I just start to feel shame. I think that's why it took me so long, because it felt shameful to be making a movie that highlights, all these moments of positive sentiment when, but you ended it. And damn, it's been crazy because it's been trying. Obviously, it's about to become a year. And, don't be too hard on yourself, Prince. Time has passed, feelings are not as intense, but damn, I still feel it, And you want to practice that level of self-reflection, that level of, that level of, I'm not too hard on myself, but I'm also not giving myself too much leisure, if that makes sense. I find great comfort in Paul's story. Maybe it's the wrong way to see it, but for some reason I just always think, if God could look at Saul, a murderer, and say, hey, I'll make something out of you, then maybe there's hope for me. well, there's definitely hope for me. But I always just tell myself, maybe I denied a reality where there's half Cape Verdean, half Zimbabwean children running around. But at least I didn't end generations, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully I don't need another narrator because there's some background noise and hopefully it's only catching me. Right now?
You're good, my boy.
Cool. Swag. Okay.
But wrap it up, though.
Oh, okay. Cut to the chase. So yeah, I guess I've been feeling less shame about it, less embarrassment. I still think about it, I still replay it, what I could change, and I still beat myself a little. But I think it's a healthy amount because I just learned there's a verse about how suffering creates perseverance, which creates character, which creates hope. And I'm hoping that's what I'm going through at the moment. Now how much character has developed in me? Well, we got a haircut and we got our ears pierced. And we did them because we thought it would be symbolic of a changed Prince. As the narrator mentioned, I'm not completely different, but I am trying to take the steps to change. And I'm hoping a change in shirt, a change in scenery to reflect a change in mindset, change in haircut, change in style. As well as, outside of changing, I wanted to highlight one thing. I wanted to highlight a change in mindset. A phrase that rings in my mind is how you told me you gave up your comfort, which is Cape Verde, to be here in this country for me. You're only here for me, and I threw that away. And I wanted to regain that, maybe regain that trust that I threw away, and tell you I want to make the sacrifice you made for me. So the first one was gonna be my company. I have no desire for entrepreneur whatsoever. I just want to be a designer and make enough money to send back home. But I know you're keen on running your own business and you have these entrepreneurial endeavors in you. And they always ask me at these meetings like, oh, do you have a partner? Patricia doesn't count. And I always think about Priscilla. I always think about you. Like it again, yeah, idiot. So that being said though, yeah, at some point, God willing, I will be setting up an LLC, and I wanted you to run it with me. I wanted you to run it. I wanted to entrust my dream with you in the hopes that I can regain some shred of your own trust. Shape it the way you want, I'll let you take all the choices because that doesn't really matter to me. Again, the cliche is coming. The only thing that matters is that I'm doing it alongside you. I don't really care for the destination as long as the journey is with you. And if that's not enough, you're telling me, Prince, I got my own thing going on here, then if you're willing, I would like to come to Cape Verde. And I know, are you being serious? Nah, genuinely. And this is something I realized that when we spoke about the future, I always said, yeah, kids, this, yeah, we'll move to Cape Verde, blah. But I said it just because we're talking. Was I serious about it? Yeah, but I wasn't paying too much attention until I'm seeing Ahmed and Ben making plans. And I'm like, oh no, this is real life. And there is no future Prince that is going to make this decision. I make this decision. I make these decisions now. So yeah, if you're willing, I would if you're willing to have me, I would move to Cape Verde. If it means I regain your trust. Most of this is, yes, I want you back. Yes, I miss you. But I know I can't get to where I want to be until you can trust me again, until you feel comfortable with me. And whatever steps, and these are the steps I think would get me to that. I give you my dream, or I come to you where your dream's at. And to kind of just tie this all together, because the sun's setting and I think this might be long. I got a little token, a symbol of change. It's not an engagement ring. I don't even know if you can see it, but it's just a little promise ring, with a small inscription that says till 3005. You know what that means. And actually, I might want to get another one. If you're willing to take the ring, I might want to get another one that says 3004. Because I think I just said 3005 because it sounded cool, but now I actually want to live it. And to do so, probably I need to be better. And I'm thinking a bigger number sounds like a bigger Prince. You know what I'm saying? Quick maths. I don't know if I've said everything I wanted to say, but it's getting loud, sun setting. But I feel content with what I've said. And I feel content with life. I didn't say it the way I wanted to say it. I didn't say it the way I wrote it down, but I think the sentiment has been communicated, and yeah. Oh, but let me just highlight, I do understand time has passed, and as I have said, my suffering has kind of maybe changed my character. I assume it's done the same for you, and this invite I'm giving you, or this request I'm asking from you, might not be something you can entertain anymore. It might be something far from your mind, and it sucks, but if your life is going well and you don't want to invite the chaos I brought, then hey, more power to you, and I'll be praying for your success. And I think that's a swag way to end this short film. Thank you for following me on this journey. And yeah, it's a nice day. There's a photo shoot going on. There's vibes. People are looking at me. I was self-conscious for a wee bit, but now I'm good. So if you'll excuse me, there's pizza at Nicole's, and I think the Raleighs are there. So I'll see you when I see you, Popo. Catch you later, boss.
Link me in the future or whatever. I'm sure I'll be right here waiting on forever.